Once upon a time, in a small village nestled among towering mountains, there lived a young man named Marco. At 24, Marco was anything but at peace. His mind was a relentless storm of thoughts, a chaotic whirlwind that swept through his days and haunted his nights. Thoughts of past regrets would clash with worries about an uncertain future, leaving him feeling perpetually uneasy, exhausted, and drained of all joy. He had forgotten what it felt like to be calm, what a good night's sleep was, and even how to genuinely smile. One day, whispers reached the village about a wise old man living in a secluded hamlet high up in the hills. The stories said he was once a renowned psychologist in the bustling city, a man who had guided countless souls toward inner tranquility. Now, in his old age, he had traded the city's clamor for the quiet embrace of nature, occasionally offering his wisdom to those who sought him out. A spark of hope ignited within Marco. Perhaps, he thought, this wise man holds the key to the peace I so desperately crave. Driven by this newfound hope, Marco embarked on the long and arduous journey. After many days of travel, he finally arrived at the village in the hills. There, he found a quaint little house, its walls draped in lush green vines. On the porch sat the old man, his eyes closed, radiating an aura of profound serenity. Marco approached him cautiously and spoke in a hushed voice. "Grandfather, my mind is restless. I am trapped in a prison of my own thoughts and cannot find peace. Can you help me?" The old man slowly opened his eyes, a gentle, knowing smile gracing his lips. "So, it is peace you are looking for," he said softly. "Come with me. I have a small task for you." He led Marco to his small, rustic yard. There, he took a glass and filled it with water right to the very brim, so full that the slightest movement would cause it to spill. He handed the glass to Marco. "Your task is this," he instructed. "Walk from here to the far edge of the village and then return. But you must not spill a single drop of water." Marco was taken aback by the strange request, but his desire for peace was strong. He accepted the challenge without hesitation. Holding the glass with unwavering concentration, he began his walk. The village path was narrow and bustling with activity. People hurried past. Shopkeepers loudly advertised their wares, and dogs barked from nearby yards. But Marco saw none of it. His entire world had shrunk to the shimmering surface of the water in the glass. He walked with slow, deliberate steps, his focus absolute. Villagers glanced at him with curiosity, but seeing his intense concentration, they understood he was engaged in an important lesson and left him undisturbed. Finally, after what felt like an eternity, Marco returned to the old man's house. He presented the full glass, his voice filled with a quiet pride. "Grandfather, I have returned." Not a single drop was spilled. The old man nodded, his smile widening. "That is excellent," he said. "But tell me, son, on your journey, did you notice the children playing by the side of the road? Did you hear the sound of the dogs barking?" Marco looked puzzled. "No," he admitted. "I saw and heard nothing. My entire focus was on the glass and the water within it." The old man's smile became even more gentle. "And that," he said, his voice like a calm breeze, "is the secret you were searching for. A secret that has always been inside you, waiting to be discovered. When your mind is fully anchored in the present moment, there is no room for past regrets or future anxieties. There is no space for fear, confusion, or the endless chatter of thoughts. While you were focused on the water, your mind became completely still. You were not lamenting the past, nor were you dreading the future. You were simply here, now." A wave of understanding washed over Marco. This was the peace he had traveled so far to find. It wasn't a treasure to be found in a distant land, but a state of being to be cultivated within. Peace was not an absence of noise, but a presence of mind. Bowing his head in gratitude, Marco said softly, "Grandfather, now I understand. To quiet my mind, I must learn to live in this very moment. That is where true peace resides." The old man smiled one last time as the setting sun cast a golden glow over the tranquil landscape, and birds began their journey home. As Marco began his walk back to his own village, he was no longer the restless young man who had left. He carried with him not a glass of water, but a newfound inner calm. He now held the secret to taming the storm in his mind. If this story resonated with you, please give it a like and share it with your friends. And for more inspiring stories like this one, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Thank you for being with us. We'll see you in the next story with new lessons to explore. Until then, stay well and stay peaceful.